It's us again, the Squeezing the Cheese, with another episode of SNC's WWE Talk. This is our fifth week with the new format where we put WWE in the title, and I think the algorithm is getting better because we're getting more subscribers now. Ever since I put WWE in the title, bro, we're getting more subscribers. So WWE and Talk, we're there, man. We're getting a lot of subscribers. So anyway, how was your week, bro? And what do you think of the week in wrestling? I only saw Raw this week. I didn't watch NXT or SmackDown, but I thought Raw was. I thought it was okay,
bro,
but they're gonna have
bro.
a what's it called? They're gonna have a slowdown because Cody's champion on Rock and Roman Reigns are taking a hiatus, and so is Seth Rollins. So, what do you think about this new reign with Cody Rhodes and the people who he's probably gonna defend against?
Well, it's good so far, but bro, the last show we did was before WrestleMania. We haven't done a WrestleMania show yet, bro. We haven't
Oh, okay,
talked
we need the
about the
WrestleMania
results. We
show.
haven't talked about nothing, bro.
Okay, okay. Let's talk about WrestleMania then.
Yes.
I thought it was an excellent show overall. I don't know if it was the best ever, but it was one of the best ever. I really liked all the matches. I thought everybody delivered. I thought I was really happy for Rhea Ripley winning her match. I liked the tag team match. That was good. They divided the tag team titles.
Yes.
I liked Jey Uso versus Jimmy. That was okay for what it was. I liked night two. I thought the Jade Cargill match with Jade Cargill and Naomi and what's her name?
Bianca?
Bianca versus Damage Control was weak. That was a weak match.
Yeah,
I
I fell
thought
asleep on that one.
okay. I thought the world title match between Seth Rollins and Drew was great. You know what I didn't like was that Damian Priest cashed in Money in the Bank right away on Drew. But what I did like about that was the pop he got because I thought that was great. That they actually cashed in on that show and they cashed in. I just wish they would have cashed in on another person instead of Drew because Drew's one of my favorites. I liked the tag team match on night one. I thought that was excellent. And on night two, when that was the most overbooked title match in WrestleMania history. But Cody won. So what do you think, bro?
I thought it was a lot of fun, both nights. Um, I'm perplexed that they put Sami Zayn over Gunther. They just had him beat clean. One brain buster and two haluva kicks is all it takes is to derail Gunther. Like, come on, man. Like that's for me, that's goofy. That's ridiculous. Um,
Yeah, yeah, they did him dirty, but they had to get the top off of him somehow. I mean, come on, dude. He's on his way to the main event, so they had to get the title off of him somehow. I just
yeah,
think he should
yeah,
have gotten the clean win. I think there should have been a tainted victory. Maybe what's his name should have ran in Shorty G and tried
yeah,
to get
yeah,
the title off of him. But yeah, clean victory. I thought that was kind of demeaning to Gunther, but I mean, hey, they had to get
yeah,
the top of him somehow.
yeah. And then yeah, like I don't like when Damian Priest cashed in. I thought it was because I'm not a huge CM Punk fan, but I
Yeah.
thought the interaction between Drew and CM Punk, is going to further their storyline as they, fight for the title down the road. But yeah, Damian Priest, I just don't think he can. I don't think he's a champion. I don't think he can carry that title, for any amount of time. So I think having him win Money in the Bank for me was a horrible idea. I have no idea who convinced Vince to do it, and then to have him cash in. And like he got the pop at WrestleMania, but then the next night on Raw, the reaction when he came out was very subdued. Like Rhea Ripley got a pop when she came out, but the pop for him was just kind of like I just don't think the crowd's behind him. He's just really not that good.
Yeah, I thought that having him hold the title for so long diluted the title, and I think it diluted the briefcase, and I think that it diluted his title run because if he had cashed in earlier, he probably could have had a decent run, 1 or 2 month run, and then that was his title run. But I think now probably going to lose the title to Jey Uso at Backlash or something because they're going to see how bad he is as champion, and then they're going to put on someone they think is going to make more money. And I think Jey Uso makes more
Jay,
money than Damian
Jay
Priest. I'm looking at
Uso.
the fans. He makes
Oh,
them. Yeah,
yeah,
no,
yeah,
I mean, I know he's
yeah,
a bad
yeah,
champion
yeah, yeah.
too. But let's face it, he's over with the crowd, and the WWE bottom line is about money. So
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
going to
If he
put it
could
on
send more
whoever makes
T-shirts.
money. Yeah,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
he's more over than Damian Priest. So I see Jey Uso winning that title sooner or later. So I mean,
yeah.
then I don't know who else can carry the title on Raw except for Gunther. And when Gunther finally wants to insert himself in the title picture, he's going to be a dominant world champion for a long time to come. So it just takes time to build up Gunther for that title. I don't know if he came out on Raw and was pissed off. I didn't even see him on Raw. But probably next week he's going to come out all pissed off. He's going to say he's going to get into a feud with the main eventer, and then they're going to start pushing him to the main event.
Yeah,
What do you
yeah. I
think?
hope so. I hope so.
Yeah.
Because that's that's where he belongs.
Yeah.
In the main event. Now like the Cody Rhodes Rock or the Cody Rhodes Roman Reigns match. Like
Mhm.
I thought it was a lot of fun. With all the all the different run-ins. Like all the John Cena showing up, the Undertaker showing up at the end. When a bunch of homies came out to lift him up in the air. Uh, what did you think about when the ring announcer, like how she was very emotional when she announced that he won it? I've seen some people.
I thought it was a reaction from a woman. She's a woman. She's probably friends with Cody Rhodes. She gets emotional. It's a typical female reaction. Myself, I would not have liked it because I'm a wrestling fan, and I think it should be as as generic as possible. If it would have been a male announcer, it would have been better for us as male wrestling fans. But seeing that she's a female announcer and she's so popular and people like her, I can see why she had the emotion. I mean, the dude, he's so emotional. He's like when Rock calls him a Cody Crybaby, he's right. I mean, he's got to be friends with everybody. He's crying in the ring. He's crying outside the ring. He goes and hugs Michael Cole. Michael Cole tells him, "I love you." Dude, it's like, I mean, come on.
I
This
liked
is the children we're raising. These are the
I
guys who
liked
are the next generation over. What are our children going to be like? What are
I
our
liked
children like? What are
I liked all
grandchildren?
that stuff. I thought her voice wavering was sweet, and it added to the moment. And
That's
when Cody,
bullshit, dude.
when Cody,
That's not
when
our
Cody's,
generation.
when
Our
Cody's wife
generation was
was
the
in there,
last.
and he gave her a kiss, I thought that was cute. He brought his mom in and a bunch of other homies in there. I thought that was all cute. It was
The
all
homies
heartwarming.
was great.
Oh,
That reminded me of Ric Flair's title victory in 1983 when he won his third title from Harley Race
Holly Race.
at the first Starcade when all his homies came into the ring and were surrounding him. That was good. But the rest of it was hokey. And I like the fact that he handed it to his mom. That was cute. But everybody being crying and love fest and all this, I mean, it just shows the weakness of our generation. It
No,
just shows how fallen
being
the human race has become, where people are
being in
crying
touch
and
with your
doing shit.
emotions doesn't mean you're weak. It just means you're in touch with your emotions. It's okay to cry. It's
Yeah,
okay to
crowd the battlefield where you're about to die, dude. Yeah, yeah. You tell that to all the
no
young
way, man.
servicemen. We're about to go in Ukraine and Iran and Iraq and in Israel, man. Yeah, tell it to all our U.S. servicemen soon. Yeah, it's okay to cry before you die.
Oh man, it's okay to cry watching Disney movies. It's all right to be emotional, man. It's all right.
Okay, man, whatever. Let's get off this subject to get back to the wrestling, okay? So, what happened with, what did you think then overall WrestleMania? Well, how would you rate it as one of your top WrestleManias?
I think it was probably the probably one of the best ones that I've seen.
Would
That I've
you
been a
rate it in
part
the
of.
top five? I think I'd rate it in the top
Yeah,
five. You rate it in the
yeah,
top
yeah,
five?
yeah,
Yeah, okay.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Okay. Now,
yeah,
next
definitely.
night on Raw, like I said, it was subdued. You had what's his name? You had the Judgment Day come out. Our Truth and Miz confronted Judgment Day. At this point in time, bro, I think you could actually put the world title on Our Truth. I think you could safely put the world title on Our Truth and you're gonna make money. Because at this point in time, Our Truth is making a lot of people laugh. He's making a lot of money. I think it's time to put the world title on him. What do you think?
Yeah. Like, yeah, I think he could. The pop he would get from the crowd, the reaction.
He'd
For a
get a
short
Cody pop, dude. He'd get
for
a
a
Road
short
Warrior
run,
pop.
like it
At
would
this point in
be.
time, he'd get a Road Warrior pop. What do you think?
Yeah, definitely. Cody, finished his story after 2 years. Far Truth finally got a world title after what? How long has he been in the 20 years, something like
20
that? Like
years this
he's
run
been
around. This
he's
first one, he was there for like a year. The second run, he's been there forever. It's one of the longest tenured employees.
yeah, and yeah, that was funny where he showed up and he's like, I'm bringing tag team gold back to the Judgment Day. That's just funny. That's funny stuff.
Yeah.
Uh,
It must take a guy who's really smart to act like a dumbass like that, you know? Because I mean, it just shows you how smart he is, you know? Because I mean, it does take some brain power to act stupid all the time. So yeah,
yeah, and to do it in a way that's charming and that connects with fans. Because it's
yeah,
easy to act
yeah,
stupid, but to do it in a way where people don't tire of it and it entertains and it's again charming. That takes talent.
yeah.
So
So he's doing pretty well. Okay, so Miz and our Truth are the tag team champions. Do you give them a long run or do you give them a short run?
probably a short run. I don't know. I don't. When I think of tag teams, that are kind of like dominant and kind of like I don't put them in that class. I think they're
Okay.
funny, they're entertaining, but
Yeah.
I don't think they could. When you even the like the AOP, like I think the AOP would beat the shit. Would just destroy them. The
I just think AOP could win the titles against them. Yeah, I would definitely have them. That was what I was thinking. I was going to ask you that. I think AOP should beat them for the titles, but they should not talk at all. Those guys can't talk. They should just be the silent bruisers and have Paul Ellering talk for them. You know?
yeah. I agree. And like the Legado de Fantasma, the Los Lotharios. I think
Yeah.
they're better. I think they're in ring better than Miz and R Truth. I think there are a bunch of tag teams that are much better.
I think
So
Legado de Fantasma, I think they just need to tweak them a little bit. Have them do some heelish things in the ring. Maybe tweak the ring gear and have Santos and have them talk occasionally. But just to tweak them. I mean, there's a lot of works in progress in the WWE, and right now a lot of tag teams are kind of just there. But I
yeah,
mean, they got to work on that tag team division.
yeah.
So did you
What do you,
watch NXT this week?
did I what?
Did you watch
Yeah.
NXT?
I did watch NXT.
Okay, I
And
heard
then they
Obafemi is still the main focal point. That besides,
yeah,
how's that
yeah, but
going there?
that one. Well, like it's funny because like Obafemi, like he's like this huge dude, and his mic skills are good, and he gets crowd reaction, very engaging with the crowd, like a dominant force. But then they get that fat guy, the Viking Raider.
Yeah.
He comes in and beats the shit out of Obafemi, and,
Wow.
it's like what, like
Yeah, I heard about that. I actually did hear that.
and
I
it's
was
like
reading on. Yeah.
and it was interesting because like he the what's the guy's name, the Viking Raider guy,
Ivar.
Ivar. He came out and he had to cut a promo, and his mic skills are just horrible. I mean, horrible. When and to kind of contrast the two, Oba, who's relatively new, versus Ivar, who's been with the company for years. Just how Oba's polished, and he can hold the attention of the crowd, whereas Ivar's just kind of stammering. He's just really not that good. So
So he's
that was
not
kind of
confident on the mic. He's not confident on the mic.
I don't know if he might be confident in his skills, but he's just not good
Okay.
at it. Uh,
Okay.
and then so yeah, but Ovis, and then they took the titles off of Braun, and they took the titles off of Braun Breaker and
Who beat them? Was it Nathan
Corbin.
Frazier and Axiom?
Yeah.
The little shrimps beat them?
Yeah.
What did you think of that tag team? I thought that tag team was great for Baron Corbin because I mean
Yes.
Baron Corbin, he's improved. The guy has improved, and I guess being around Brawny, he improved a lot around him. So I think that tag team is pretty good. I like that tag team.
Yeah. I think Baron Corbin should always be in tag teams because
Yeah,
he
his
can't
best friend.
connect or generate any type of reaction with the fans on his own. Like he has to
Yeah,
have someone he can kind of play off of. Um,
I'd put him in a tag team with Dijak and have them do things, because I
yeah,
think that'd be a great tag team.
yeah. Or or I don't know
So,
because like
so
because Dijak is serious and Baron Corbin's serious. So like
yeah, okay.
maybe put Baron Corbin with who's that one wacky guy Gacy.
Gacy,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah. He's
okay,
nuts. He's crazy. Maybe their interactions would be fun. But yeah,
okay.
after the match, the final Testament showed up, and the AOP beat the hell out of the Frazier and Axiom.
Okay, I see. So they're going for the NXT titles, I guess.
Yeah,
Anyway, getting back to that, so who do you think is moving up to the main roster? We saw Ilya Dragunov on Raw. Do you think Braun and Carmelo are pretty much on SmackDown? Do you think they're going to push Trick Williams to be NXT champion soon?
yeah. I
Okay,
think he's.
I
I
thought he
think
was exposed in his match with Carmelo Hayes is stand and deliver. I think Carmelo Hayes was wrestling circles around him, so I think it was exposed.
yeah.
It reminded me of Goldberg versus Steve Regal back in '98. Man, that's crazy. Yeah, he's a horrible wrestler, but he's over with the
He's
crowd. But he's a horrible
yeah,
wrestler.
yeah. He's he's big. He's in shape. Uh, and whoop that trick. Is what the
Yeah,
crowd says.
that's good. Yeah,
And they love it.
yeah.
So I think with his just based on his crowd reaction, I think they're going to push him to take the title off Dragunov.
I
But
think so too.
but I don't know like Dragunov. When some of the guys who are really successful in NXT go to like the main roster, a lot of times there's not stories for them to tell. Or their size. When they're like Dragunov. When he goes to when he starts fighting like the big guys in WWE, I don't know if like his character will be able to overcome that. So I don't know if it'd be better for him to stay in NXT to be like a dominant, to be like a top of the card, or if he'd rather be in WWE, SmackDown or Raw, where he's hanging out with Cameron Grimes, on the undercard.
Yeah, that's true. I can see that. But anyway, because it's funny mentioning the Dragonoff and all the guys were mentioning, all the guys were talking about on Raw, NXT, and SmackDown because the draft is in 2 weeks, and with this draft, they're going to change. They're going to switch the people around to see gets maximum exposure and who can make maximum profit for the on Raw, NXT, and SmackDown. How do you think the draft is going to shape up this year? Who would you want to see on Raw, and who do you want to see on SmackDown?
Oh man, I
And
don't know.
who do you want to stay, and who do you want to leave?
I I really don't know, because I watch both shows. So like to me, like I don't really, I really don't.
SmackDown is the free show. That's the one that people get for free every week, and that's one that
Oh,
generates
Fox.
most exposure for WWE because it's free on Fox. People, casual fans, tune in, and so the WWE is going to want to showcase their most marketable talent. So I'd say people like Braun stay on SmackDown. They have their old champion who switches both brands, Cody Rhodes. I put Gunther on SmackDown. I'd put um, I'd put some other guys on SmackDown. What tag team would you put on SmackDown? You keep Waller and Austin Theory there on SmackDown. I think you should because I'm glad they won the SmackDown Championship through Raw at WrestleMania because I know they're douchebags. We both know they're douchebags, but I think they have that heelish charisma that can get them over soon. And as a
Well, yeah,
tag team gold, they can do all kinds of good shit. So that's what I'm
yeah,
talking
yeah,
about. That's the
yeah, yeah,
reason I think they can get over as a tag team. as a
Yeah,
tag
yeah,
team with Cole, especially, they're going to get over. So
yeah,
you have
yeah,
to keep the titles in them a good 3 or 4 months.
yeah, yeah. Well, Waller, I think Waller has charisma. Waller, can get over. He gets reaction from the fans.
Yeah.
Waller's the work he does, um, even not when he's like in the wrestling ring, but when he's like just standing on the like outside the ring supporting Austin Theory, the facial expressions, just the body language, the way he reacts to the action going on inside the ring. It's part of telling a story. I think he's really good. And I think that's
Yeah,
why
he's
I
a
think
star. He's a potential star. The
yeah,
guy's
yeah,
going to
yeah,
be huge in 2 or 3
yeah, yeah,
years.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I think so. I think he's going to be a great storyteller. Whereas Austin Theory, I think, is just I don't think he has that. He doesn't have that part. In his repertoire that Grayson Waller has. But yeah, I think great. I think they're funny and entertaining. I dig them.
Yeah.
Hey, so on SmackDown, they had the Bloodline showed up, or the one Uso guy and Solo Sokoa, and then they saw that Cody Rhodes had the championship locker room. They got mad. Then they went out to the ring, and then Solo Sokoa, hugged his brother. So I love you. And then that other guy showed up, uh, the
What other guy?
Tonga, the Haku's son.
Oh, Tamatonga showed up
Yeah,
on
yeah, yeah,
Raw
yeah, yeah.
SmackDown.
On SmackDown, yeah, yeah. So he beat.
Tamatonga, his son. You mean his other son? Not the one who's in WWE before. Not Camacho. The other one, the skinny one.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. So Tomatonga. I think that's what they said.
Yeah,
So
he's about 6 feet, long hair, not too big of muscular build.
he got a haircut, but yeah. So
Okay,
he beat
Tamatonga.
up.
He was in New Japan. I remember
Yeah,
him.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay, so he showed up. Okay.
yeah. So he beat up the one Uso guy, and then Paul Heyman went to his phone and said, "Oh, call Roman," and then Solo Sikoa slapped the phone out of his hand and squished it. Um, so
So they're
like,
having a civil war.
yeah, but like Solo Sikoa sucks. I mean, it's
Oh, okay,
when he beat
okay.
up Jey Uso, it's the same. The thumb and the It's like God, does it,
Yeah,
dude?
yeah.
That shit's so tired. It's tired,
Uh,
and I hate saying the same thing because I've been saying it for months. But I don't know. Like somebody has to get like Umaga sucked when he was Umaga. It sucked when Umaga did it. It sucks when he does it. It's dumb. It's stupid. He has no uh, his move set is horrible. His he does look menacing when he stands there with his arms crossed. Like I wouldn't say any of this to his face. Because he scares me. But in the WWE, he just
he scares.
yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah, I'd be like, if I met him, like, oh, you're great, sir.
Yeah, you're
I
too
love your
much,
work.
man.
Um,
You coward. Just kidding.
that's a
You
that's a
talk,
scary
you
man.
talk shit. You talk shit, but you run away.
It's a
That's
scary man.
you.
It's a scary man in real life,
You're a
bro.
scary man.
Like,
You're a scary man. I agree. He's a scary man. Yeah.
but to have him, try and anchor have him try and anchor the bloodline, or I think that's, I don't know. Like I can't. Like I just, I'll fast forward it when I see him because he's
Well,
just
you know what
boring.
we can do? We can do something about that. You know, the WWE has email. We can email them and we can just offer suggestions, and maybe we can get jobs that way as gophers or something. So
Well, a write-in campaign. Uh,
yeah, the writing campaign. They're listening to fan reaction now.
uh,
Where do you think they're getting all of this from? They're listening to fan reaction. Vince never listened to fan reaction. Now they're listening to fan reaction. So come
that's
on,
right.
dude.
That's right. The
That's
whole
what's
"We
going
Want
on. We're
Cody."
in charge now. The fans are in charge, bro. So Anyway,
That's
bro,
right.
we're almost at the 25-minute mark.
Oh
We
shit.
barely touched SmackDown. You got any time, or do you want to go?
No, I got about 5 more minutes. Yeah, about 5 more
Okay,
minutes.
okay. So what happened on SmackDown? Because I didn't see it this week.
LA Knight. It's next. So there were uh, two matches to figure out who's going to fight to be the number one contender for Cody. Uh, LA
Okay.
Knight, LA Knight won his match, and AJ Styles won his match. AJ Styles he was fighting Rey Mysterio and Kevin Owens, and he beat him.
Wow.
He beat him clean. AJ Styles got the
Who did he
win.
beat clean? Who did he pin clean?
He pinned Ray.
Okay, and who did LA Knight pin?
He pinned. It was he pinned Santos Escobar.
Okay, I see. Well. Okay, it's the only guys who can take the pin safely in the match because if Kevin Owens takes a pin in a match in a 3-way, then that means that Kevin Owens is diminished. So I guess
Yeah,
it was Ray because Ray's on his way out. He's so old, and I
yeah,
guess Santos can afford to eat a pin because he's so young. Okay, that sounds
yeah,
interesting.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah. Because
who else is in the who else is in contention for the number one contender spot?
that was it was Bobby Lashley. It was Bobby Lashley, Santos Escobar, and LA Knight were in the first match, and
Oh,
then
okay.
so
So
yeah.
is it going to
So
be LA
next
Knight
week,
versus AJ Styles?
yeah, for next week it's gonna be LA Knight versus AJ Styles, and I
Oh,
think
I think they're going to put LA Knight over because they want to see the crowd reaction LA Knight gets against Cody Rhodes.
you think so.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think so. I
I
think
think
LA
they're
Knight is going to win that match.
I think they'll put AJ Styles over.
I don't. They might for storyline purposes, but LA Knight is a project right now because he's
Yeah,
supposed to make some more merchandise than AJ Styles right now. So as long as LA Knight is the project, then they're going to put it on LA Knight because they want to gauge. They're gauging LA Knight to see if he could be a future world champion. I don't think that's the only thing I'm seeing. So maybe they could put him on Raw and he could challenge for the world title in the draft, but as far as right now, they're just getting to see his money making potential. That's just the truth.
yeah.
So Oh, by the way, this broadcast so far, we've had at least 60 people tune in and out over the broadcast. So we're getting there, bro. This is gonna be one of our highest rated broadcasts. Yeah, so it's good. I'm gonna get a WWE shirt soon, and maybe a Alexa Bliss shirt. She's my favorite. And I'm just gonna get a shirt and maybe one of those dolls and shit and an action figure. Yeah, so yeah, it'd be funny. Maybe some drapes. Maybe there's WWE drapes. I get WWE drapes. I took down my Crimson drapes.
Yeah,
My Crimson Palace drapes. I want to wear
yeah.
some WWE drapes. So
Right on. That'd be
everything
cool.
looks like that. Yeah, yeah, man. So anyway, well, I guess it's 28-minute mark. We should wrap this up. What are your predictions for Raw then?
For Raw, geez, I don't know.
Yeah,
I forget what matches
based
are
on
coming.
last week, you think Gunter comes out and complains, or who do you think he's going to confront on Raw as for his first match as future world champion?
I
You
don't
think it's
know.
going to?
You know,
Oh, okay.
I think he's probably gonna. I don't know. Maybe take another 2 weeks off, and then they should have Imperium, like the other two homies keep coming out, and
Uh huh.
they'll keep losing, and then Gunther will come out in like 2 weeks and 3 weeks and beat the hell out of them, and just
Imperium is
yeah,
so vanilla, man. They're so vanilla. They got to do something with them. They're good talent. They got to do something with Giovanni Vinci, especially
yeah,
because
yeah, yeah,
Giovanni Vinci is just generic, dude.
yeah,
They got
yeah,
to do something with him. They do something with Ludwig Kaiser, but they got to do something with Giovanni Vinci. He's so generic. They got to change his gimmick around. Maybe do a I don't know, a white prider gimmick or a pseudo Nazi or something. I don't know, man. They got to do something with him because he's got to get over. Yeah, so yeah,
yeah, yeah. Hopefully
like they're
next.
doing a biker gimmick with Josh Briggs on NXT. That's good. That looks
Yeah,
okay. It reminds me of Diesel. And that kind of works with him.
yeah,
But
yeah,
they got to
yeah,
do
yeah,
something like that.
yeah,
So
yeah. Yeah, I guess that does. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. But
that's good.
the look on Briggs is good, and kind of like
Yeah,
how he's the little skinny guy he was tagging with before was really holding him back. You
yeah,
know,
yeah. Some of these
but
guys hold each other back. You got to break
it,
them up and do something.
yeah, yeah. And then when we broke him up, like now he's like kind of he's much. It looks like he has much more potential than when he was tagging. So yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but
That's a good
they can't break
observation.
us up because they can't break us up because we're peanut butter and jelly, and we do this together, and we
That's
balance
right,
out each
bro.
other equally. We bounce off each other equally. So that's why we do this, you know.
That's right. That's
Yeah.
right.
Anyway, man.
If
Yeah.
if this were the midnight, well, the reason I don't want to break us up is because I know my role. Like if this were the Rockers, I'm Marty Jannetty and you're Shawn Michaels. So I
Only
understand.
because,
I
only
understand.
because I guess
And
I
I
got more
gotta.
personality than you. I got slightly more personality than you. You're kind of boring to me, but yeah, that's the thing. I think we should. No, I know my role. I think I'm the hitman. You're Jim Neidhart. Even though I'm fatter than you. But yeah, so they should have never broken up the Heart Foundation, man. The Heart Foundation should have been tag team forever. I'm just
I
saying that they
agree.
were always my favorite tag team. They should have never broken them up, bro.
I
Well, I know
agree.
Bret Hart had become world champion, but they should never broken them up. Anyway, man,
Yeah.
we're at the 31-minute mark. Yeah. So let's wrap this up. Well, thanks for everybody to being our show. It was our WrestleMania post WrestleMania show. We'll be back next week, same time, same channel. Give us a thumbs up so the algorithm will two thumbs
That's
up if you
right.
can,
That's
so the
right. Thumbs
algorithm
up,
will change
not the
and
finger.
we'll get there. Yeah, they'll see us more and we'll get more exposure. It already has WWE talk in the moniker, so that's going to get us exposure. We want to move this thing into the stratosphere, so you're going to help us, peeps. Okay, okay, bro. Well, next week, same time, same place, same channel. Watch Raw, watch NXT, watch SmackDown. Okay, bro. Peace.
All right, brother. Late.
Okay, late.
Take it easy, brother.